This is the Podcast Pit, brought to you by Danny Media.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday morning, and you know what that means. It is time to talk some wrestling. This is the Podcast Pit. I am your host, former professional wrestler, promoter of Voltage Wrestling, jack of all trades, master of what I do not know, Mike Ratick. I am alongside my guest host again this week, Kyle T. Raios of the Ridiculous Podcast. How you doing, Kyle?
What's up?
What is
Ready
going
to
on?
talk some wrestling.
Ready to talk some wrestling. It's been, locally, it's been big news week for the world of professional wrestling. I mean, the biggest story coming locally here is it was announced just a few days ago that Eastern Panhandle Pro Wrestling is going to be closing its doors on July 30th. July 30th is going to be their last event. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the announcement here that we had available, so give me one moment. Sorry, I'm not prepared this morning.
Oh, that's all right.
You know,
starting off the morning with some sad news.
Yes. Yeah. So they released a statement, and I'm going to go ahead and read it here now. September 5th, 2021 would have been Eastern Panhandle Professional Wrestler 7-year anniversary, and we are very proud of the accomplishments this organization has achieved. Never a dull moment nor a regret in this endeavor was had. EPPW is extremely proud of the times we teamed up with the community to give back. These times, including the backpack drive for the Berkeley County Board of Education, great gesture there. The toy drive with the Ghostbusters, another charity group around here as well, and collecting donations on behalf of the Martinsburg Rescue Mission. There are more to list, but those are some that we've kept close to our heart, and these were the efforts to help families through tough times. We are glad to have had this opportunity to make a difference, and we would do it again undoubtedly. It comes with a timely coincidence and a sure choice that we here at EPPW are deciding to close this chapter of our lives on July 30th, 2021, with Summer Fury being our very last show. We do not say this with sadness, but with overall joy looking back at everything that we did together with fans and the community's support. They go on to thank everybody for purchasing tickets throughout the years, and thanks to the many faces that have passed through the curtain to entertain their audiences. Sad to see. It is always sad to see an organization go. I'm not going to lie. It's always sad to see a local organization go, because independent wrestling, like I say this all the time, independent wrestling is the lifeblood of the industry.
Absolutely.
It creates new stars. It gives stars of yesterday a chance to come back and entertain their audiences.
Shine once more. Yeah.
EPPW definitely was a place where a lot of guys would get their first opportunities. A lot of guys would kind of build their names in the area, and it's sad to see. It's sad to see an organization that has given opportunities to so many disappear.
It is.
That
was a heartfelt goodbye, though.
Absolutely.
We're all looking forward to the final show, which I'm sure will be phenomenal.
Yes. I do plan on being down at the final show to
absolutely
with the Podcast Pit to try to cover whatever we can, and really give these guys, or really just cover this closing the way it should be,
Yep.
And on behalf of everybody that's running the organization at EPPW, congrats on being alive this long, and we wish you nothing but the best in whatever you guys decide to do in the future. You guys are a class organization, and we hope to see you at independent wrestling organizations around the area at some point in time. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Also, there's going to be some big Voltage news here at the end of the podcast.
Yep.
So, guys, stay tuned.
Stick
around. We're finally going to get this main event locked down.
Yep.
And
speaking of locked, are the doors locked today?
Yeah, I kind of hope so. Yeah, we've had just run-ins and barge-ins, and people will just come in here and just try to go to business for themselves. And just it's just been the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy to say the least.
Just need to be prepared.
Yes. So AEW this week.
AEW, another banger of a show.
Yeah.
Why is every Dynamite always the best Dynamite?
It's some of the best wrestling on television. Why don't you go ahead and run down that for us?
Where do we start on the card here? I know you got the card.
Yes.
What was the opening match here? I'm trying to remember. I saw the show, but
Yeah.
was it the Young Bucks against Kingston and Penta El Zero?
Well, let's.
Yeah, that was the opening match. Yeah, and Penta and Eddie Kingston, taking down the Young Bucks to earn a future title shot at the tag champs.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Eddie Kingston right now.
Big time.
Huge fan of Eddie Kingston. I think he's finally getting his just due in the wrestling industry after years of hard work. Probably one of the best on the microphone and
If
one of
not
the
the
realest
best on the mic right now.
dude, one of the realest guys in wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Like you believe everything that he does.
I want to see gold on him be like sooner than later, and
It's gonna happen.
it has to happen.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
definitely going to happen soon.
Nobody has earned it more than Eddie Kingston.
Yes.
With everything he's done.
We get Tim Simmons in the chat here, and he mentions he loved working for EPPW, and that's good. Tim, one of the promoters of ATCW, showing love, some industry love. You love to see this. You love to see guys that you love to see guys in the industry, whether it be promoters or the boys, just showing the proper respect on the way out. And Tim's absolutely one of these guys, man. Like a class act, and nice gesture by ATCW.
Yep.
So, what else we got here?
See after that, Christian Cage hyping up Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Before his match against Jack Evans, there, trying to take away the positives from the championship match he lost with Omega last week. And there were a lot of positives in that match. Jungle Boy and Omega put on a hell of a match.
Absolutely.
And Jungle Boy showed why he is a future star in this industry, if he's not already.
Yes.
And he's at 23 years old. Ridiculous.
No, and I say this, like, there's a bunch of people that gave him flack, like, when he was coming in last year.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he got his main event with Jericho, there were people in the industry just burying, like, why would they give this world title opportunity to a guy like that? And, I mean, this last year has been proving his critics wrong. I think, honestly, as far as homegrown talent, I think he is right up there with Sammy Guevara, MJF, and even, I'd like Adam Page to an extent of good homegrown AEW talent.
Well, how about Jungle Boy being the first one in AEW to reach 50 wins?
Yeah,
that I saw that stat. That surprised me.
Yeah, all this kid's doing is winning. And I love that they.
All he's doing is working.
Yeah. I mean, I love that they keep track of all of this stuff. Like, that's something that you don't see a wrestling organization do. Like, I remember starting when I started Fight Pro Wrestling. One of the big things that I wanted to do was like these win-loss records. We didn't get to do it because there's a lot of other things and a lot of other nuts and bolts that go into promoting professional wrestling. But the one thing I did want to do is make the win mean something again, because over the last 5-6 years before that in WWE, the win didn't really mean anything.
No, everybody was 50-50.
No, I still remember that episode of NXT where The Miz tried to justify being better than Daniel Bryan because he had the star quality. And I was like, what? Like, I'm sitting there from a fan standpoint, what does that have to do with winning a match?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could be as popular as ever. There's a lot of popular wrestlers out there, but there's not a lot of good wrestlers.
Yeah.
So that's just my take.
I mean,
on
at
that.
the end, there is a winner and a loser. So keeping track of that, logically, makes sense. And again, I've been saying this for like the last 2 years since AEW came on the scene. AEW is logical with what they do.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I enjoy the hell out of that.
You won't hear that from a lot of people, but I do agree with that. I think there's a lot of logic put into their stories. Not so much sometimes in the wrestling matches, I will give you that. Case in point, Sammy Guevara and MJF this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And keep in mind, like, MJF is the best heel in professional wrestling right now. Sammy Guevara is going to be a huge star. Like,
massive.
I mean, he's pretty big already, but like he's going to be a huge star.
Once he gets out of the shadow of the inner circle a little bit and away from Jericho, and when he becomes the natural baby face that he is, sky's the limit.
Yeah, absolutely. But doing a tombstone from the second rope and kicking out at 2?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, dog. It's going to be a no for me. I mean, there's got to be some kind of logic. Oh, wow. Jinder Mahal from 3M beat a world champ. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about him. I'm a huge Jinder Mahal mark, but
sure.
I just think they pushed him too fast.
Yeah, it was
yeah, he went from jobber to giant in the span of a couple of weeks.
Yeah, 3 months maybe.
Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah,
something like that.
It wasn't long.
Yeah,
it was a weird build.
Yeah, absolutely. But so.
What else we got here?
What else we got here?
AEW. Jungle Boy beat him he got his 50th win.
Yep.
Miro debuting with coming out with a new entrance music.
And speaking of a guy that is firing on all freaking cylinders, is Miro right now.
Just finally, in the spotlight that he deserves to be in.
Yes.
Finally getting everything he deserves.
No, he's been money on the mic for the last 4 or 5 months. With this program, when he first got brought in, I thought they should have put him with Team Taz because he was kind of cut from that same mold of what Taz was about back in the day, just somebody that would come in and just drop people on their heads, suplex you to hell, and basically put you on your ass 9 times out of 10. And,
that's an interesting thought to have paired him with Team Taz, but I'm kind of glad they didn't.
No, I'm kind of glad they didn't either. He
shines on his own.
That guy is the definition of a star.
Yeah,
Miro. I don't think there's anybody firing as well as Miro right now.
No,
at all.
And he's the right guy to hold that TNT championship right now.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping, or maybe just speculating. I'm kind of hoping for a Kingston Miro showdown for that TNT belt when they get up to New York.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah, just the pop for Kingston in a title match would be massive.
Not to get off topic here, but speaking of New York, WWE announced their return to Madison Square Garden for September. They're going to be doing a SmackDown taping. It's their first time in the Garden doing a television taping in quite some time.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly looking forward to this. And I'll say this, there's a lot of wrestling experiences that you need to really experience to get why it's a big deal. WWE in Madison Square Garden. I don't care how bad the TV is. WWE in Madison Square Garden is always special.
Yep.
Always.
Something I want to experience at some point, for sure.
Oh, you have to. You absolutely 100% have to go see a show at the Garden. Yeah, but what else we got here?
How about Vicky Guerrero getting in the ring with Nyla against Dr. Britt Baker?
Yes.
Rebel.
And there's another one, Britt Baker, another homegrown AEW talent that they took their time with her, and built her up.
Built her up well.
Built her up, made her look like a star. You can't ask for.
She looks like $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million right now. Best women's wrestler on television.
Yeah.
It's as far as how television is portraying her. Yeah.
Definitely the right one to take the belt off Sheeta.
Absolutely.
I'm curious where the program goes from here. Nyla seems to be the number one contender right now, I think, in the rankings, and seems to be going after. She put her through a table after the match.
Oh, and there's another one. Over the last year, Nyla in the ring has just gotten significantly better.
Yes.
I was at that first television taping with that match with, who did she wrestle? It was for the women's title.
Rio,
yes.
Yeah.
That match with Rio at that first television taping, there's some people who loved it, some people that hated it. I could kind of see, a little inside baseball, I could kind of see somebody, there were some points of conditioning that weren't quite there, and, that's all but been eliminated over the last year. Nyla Rose looks
fantastic. Pairing her with Vicky Guerrero was a really smart move.
Oh, absolutely.
A great mouthpiece to trail behind her. I'm curious where the women's division goes after Nyla, though.
Brian Carball in the chat with I can't even.
Butch Hess at Olive Garden. No one should experience.
Oh my God. That's Brian. This is why we like you, Brian.
Butch Hess living rent free in Brian's head.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
At Olive Garden, apparently.
Ooh, because when you're there. You're there.
Yeah, when you're there, you're family.
Now you're just there.
No, you're just there.
It was a pretty good card the other night. MJF and Sammy Guevara in the main event. MJF took the win.
Yep.
Not surprising.
No, I saw they were building up a Brian Cage and Ricky Starks match, by the way.
Yeah, it seems to be the splintering of Team Taz there. I'm kind of enjoying that too. Ricky Starks is another one that, like, when he gets out from under the shadow of Team Taz, that's a natural star right there. Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
I agree. It was like a weird pairing with him and Team Taz. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, with Brian and Hobbs and Taz's kid, like, I get them. They all look like a Team Taz kind of guy. Ricky Starks.
Yeah, Ricky Starks. It seems like he's more charisma and not a Team Taz guy. It does. I mean, granted, and I'll say this, I would give it a chance because, again, there's been a lot of things I've questioned with AEW that it's just like once they finish it off, it's just like, oh, that's what they were going for.
They are really keen on the slow burn.
Yeah, like that's one thing I noticed that I like about their promotion is like a lot of the booking's very subtle, but if you're watching over the course of time, you're just like, oh, so that's why they did that.
Yeah, I think like last summer, if you looked at, like, there was a crowd shot of MJF just hanging out with Tully Blanchard, like out of nowhere. He was just out there with Shawn Spears, like it didn't make sense. Yeah. And then, then all of a sudden, they're in the Pinnacle together. Like that was a nice, like that was planting the seeds and paying it off months later. That is good, solid storytelling.
Yeah. And it's like the small stuff like that they think that people don't notice, but then when, you kind of get the payoff and you're looking back, you're just like, holy crap, this has been in front of our faces the entire time, and like we never would have known. Yeah,
I mean, I work in comic books, and I'll tell you, like, the only people who have longer memories than comic book fans are wrestling fans.
Yeah.
They will remember everything.
No, they're like, I'll say it's like a 7-year, like people will remember, it'll be fresh in their heads for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And as long as you stay with the 7-year rule, you can kind of recycle things.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, I can see that, like, there's angles that you can recycle, but it seems like they're being, I don't know, being very calculated and very subtle with what they do, which is a breath of fresh air. Yeah, Brian Carball, you're still waiting for the cease and desist from old man. BH, huh? If it happens, you gotta send us you gotta send us a letter.
Hess has never gotten better publicity.
Yeah, yeah, really.
So,
I like the guy. He's a nice guy.
And then I guess the FTW title will be.
Yeah, the FTW title will be on the line for that Ricky Starks
for the
match.
First time since they put it on Cage.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dude,
I've been waiting for that.
The belt mark in me because I'd like. Yes, I had. That's like one of my things. I love championship belts. Like, yeah. Like I over the last couple of years, I've met people like Ed Stilk that will come down here and bring his championships in and give us the history and like the backstories on them. But I love talking championship belts. That's like one of the best looking championship belts in history.
Yeah,
I love that belt. I'm glad they brought it back on TV and like it's being utilized because it's. I mean, honestly, it's a really nice looking belt. But
I kind of hope they keep that in the like the Taz family too. Like Taz decides, which one of his guys gets to do the shot. They don't like branch out. I'd like to have that little.
Yeah, they just kind of keep it in, and that's like the crown. Like that's the crown jewel of the of the family.
I think that'd be a really cool storyline and everything. And
no, I mean it's a story that's been told over and over again. Somebody goes after the leader of the pack and.
Just, new alpha dog.
Yeah, it's like basically reminding you who the alpha dog in the group is. So, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Robbie Page is in the chat. What's going on, Robbie?
Brian, that angle will never be redone.
No. The Katie Vick angle.
I don't want to talk about the Katie Vick angle.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: that the Katie Vick angle was just a rehashing of the Kane story.
Yeah,
it was just the pieces and the places were different, but it was literally a rehashing of the introduction of Kane.
Yeah,
and didn't work out.
No.
Yeah, it's funny. Like after I heard what was supposed to happen, like they had a wrestler named Scott Vick who was wrestling for WCW as Sick Boy. And he was going to come up to basically work with Kane for a couple of months. He was going to be like Katie Vick's brother, and he's coming back for revenge.
Interesting.
And that did not work out well. No, that did not work out well at all. That's still of all my time as a professional wrestling fan, that's probably the worst angle I've ever.
Yeah. So I guess we are talking about it, Brian. So
yeah, I guess we are. I guess we are talking about it. But now. AEW they announced their return to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got the return to Pittsburgh. They're going to do, I think, 2 or 3 shows up there. I know the debut of Rampage.
Was that in September?
Yeah.
Or August?
No, I think it's August.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's August. They're doing the debut of Rampage.
Yeah. You know who I'm looking forward to the absolute, like, pop that Britt is going to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Being from Pittsburgh, I mean, they're going to rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun to watch.
And I'm also looking forward to their debut in New York in September.
Yep.
That's going to be so awesome. Like, I'm surprised. Like I say it over and over, I'm surprised nobody's ran Arthur Ashe Stadium before.
Yeah.
It just, yeah. Like it makes perfect sense from a wrestling standpoint. That arena is set up perfectly for it.
Well, it's got like that little bowl kind of thing, you know. So even up top, I mean, you're looking like right down. Yeah.
It's a smaller. It's kind of like a small arena, but you got a lot of seating that goes straight up. The sound's going to go straight up, which it's going to sound loud as crap in that place. And you've got a floor tennis court, obviously, but just perfectly configured for a wrestling audience. I think it was just, what a coup by AEW.
Yeah. Well done.
A venue too that's easy to get to. Mm-hmm. Basically taking the 7 train.
Yep.
So. Not just great. Again, AEW knocking it out of the park.
Yep, I'm looking forward to Rampage coming, man. Like, get that. What are they going to do on Friday nights? I think.
Yeah, that's going to be the Friday night show.
So that's four nights a week.
Yeah.
Elevation on Mondays, Dark on Tuesday, Wednesday night Dynamite, and then Friday night Rampage. Like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm a huge AEW mark. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, we're going to get away from AEW here for a bit because this week we did have somebody leave us. Del Wilkes. Del Wilkes, who is best known for portraying the Patriot, has passed away at age 59. And we're pulling up the story here.
Young.
This man wrestled for the AWA, GWF, WWF, WCW as the Patriot. Had a heart attack at 59, passed away. He began his professional wrestling career with the American Wrestling Association in 1988, ended his career with WWF in 1998 after he tore his triceps the year before. Again, from the entire staff here at the Podcast Pit, we send our condolences out to Del Wilkes' family. So, sad to see.
Just sad news every week, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's never fun when you see somebody pass away in the wrestling business, but it's a part of life. But
oh, you know what? I hate to bring this back to Dynamite, but this has got to be brought up.
Yeah.
JR made a little bit of a gaffe going off there.
Oh yeah,
and it was picked up by everybody. Twitter was lighting up about that.
WWE Dynamite.
WWE Dynamite. I just want to say, JR has been in this business forever.
Yeah.
Has earned the right to gaff.
Yeah, I mean, he's been forgetting the names of the holds for a long time, but
he's also
he gets a pass because it's Jim Ross.
It's good old JR,
Yeah, he gets the Gordon Solie pass. He's just he's grandfathered in. I'm not making a big deal about it at this point.
No, I mean, Twitter lit up about it because all the marks who were just looking for anything to pick apart, going at it. But I say,
So according to PW Insider here, there was a bunch of employees from the marketing department at WWE headquarters let go this Thursday. Nick Khan is going through that company with a rampage.
Jeez. Is anybody still working there?
I don't know. I really don't.
I'm curious. Is one guy sitting there like on his BlackBerry just writing? Are BlackBerry still a thing?
No, it's like. I mean, it's just very interesting to see the people that are being left go from that company right now. It's just it's people you wouldn't expect.
I just never seen a purge like this. Not that I recall of on-screen talent and behind-the-scenes employees,
especially
getting all purged at once.
Especially after having a record year for business during a global pandemic. You made more money this year than you have ever made as a company.
And that $1 billion deal with NBC.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on up there?
Yeah, I don't know. I do know they one of the people that's reportedly not there anymore. I think he left on his own accord. Former TNA star, and he's wrestled around here a couple of times. Sanjay Dutt. He is now with AEW as a producer.
Oh wow!
And he was. Reportedly, he left WWE this past week. He was a producer and a coach for NXT, and was said to be backstage at Dynamite pretty soon after his departure. So good for him. You know, keeping involved with the wrestling business. Sanjay, you know, again, a hell of a talent.
Yep.
Yeah, a hell of a talent, and you know, making waves as an agent, and wishing the best with his new venture.
Yep, absolutely.
So what else we got here? Man, we've got so much news to go through. One moment here. So Impact is announcing their television tapings with in-person fans.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, so Impact, they are holding 2 sets of television tapings following Slammiversary. They will include live in-person fans in attendance. Those television tapings are scheduled for Sunday, July 18th, Monday, July 19th at Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, following the Slammiversary pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view will take place on July 17th from Skyway Studios. So this is going to be filmed in 2 sessions each day. The tape shows are going to be Fallout from Slammiversary, future Impact episodes, and a future special show will be taped to air on Impact Plus.
Fantastic. I would love to see it.
Yeah, so you know, it's good. Like this is the one thing about this the pandemic kind of winding down. It's good to see in-person fans back.
Yep.
Everybody is enthusiastic so far. I mean, we saw that a couple of weeks ago with Voltage Wrestling. The fans have just been enthusiastic and just glad to be back.
Everybody's just happy
events.
to be watching wrestling live again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what else we got? We got an updated card for WWE NXT's Great American Bash.
Ooh.
So we can go through that. Right now, we have got the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell to defend against Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. We've got the NXT Tag Team Championship, MSK defends against Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Wow, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
We've got Isaiah Swerve Scott, the former Shane Strickland, going against Bronson Reed for the NXT North American Championship. You know my biggest regret in the business? I had a chance to book Shane Strickland when he was like year 1 in, and I just never got around to it with Fight.
Oof.
Yeah, big oof. Big oof.
Big oof there.
Yeah. No, he went to CZW and just took off right after that. It was like that year. Like that was the biggest miss. That was the biggest miss of my entire promoting time. So
hey man, everybody whiffs.
We got the $1 Million Championship match. L.A. Knight defends against Cameron Grimes. If Grimes loses, he becomes L.A. Knight's butler.
I love every word of that sentence.
Yes, that's money right there.
I love the $1 Million Championship being a thing again.
Yes.
I love that classic story. You lose, you get to be my bitch.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is still.
That is good classic wrestling right there. I love it.
No, and LA Knight obviously exudes charisma.
Right.
And then you've got Cameron Grimes, who just the character, the to the moon, baby. Like, dude, Cameron Grimes is that guy's money. And then last but not least, we've got Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. It's a grudge match. And that's probably going to be real stiff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a money match anywhere you go.
Yeah, I mean, they always put on a good one.
Dude, I'd watch Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly read the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, just great upcoming card here for the Great American Bash, which is going to be live Tuesday, July 6th on the USA Network. Guys, tune into this one. It looks to be a good card. I put over WWE on this podcast.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Rennis is not going to be
no.
Rennis is not going to be happy about that.
Rennis isn't here.
Yeah. So. No, but yeah, I mean that's all the national news that I have this week. I guess we will have to go and talk about Voltage Wrestling.
I mean, if we have to.
Yeah, if we have to.
I mean, we're just wearing the shirts.
Yeah, so I know we're wearing the shirts. We're promoting the stuff. Like we haven't said a word about it. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got our next upcoming event, July 17th at Bad Habits Bar and Grill in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So far, already signed, we've got Brandon Scott going one-on-one with former WWE superstar, former ECW original. You may know him as Nunzio, or you may know him as Little Guido Maritato from the FBI.
Yep.
He's going to be in action. One of the best technical wrestlers to come out of ECW going against one of the best technical wrestlers here in the area. That is going to be a barn burner of a match.
Oh, I cannot wait for that one.
Also on that card, we have Mad Max Morrison going one-on-one with Miles Millennium. Two guys trying to get themselves back into title contention after first round losses.
Took some tough losses there, but I'm interested to see how they rebound here.
Yeah, and both of those guys could have easily won their first round matches.
Both of those matches could have gone out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about that tournament, it was so evenly matched. I talk about it every week. I know, get long-winded about it sometimes, but the tournament itself was very evenly matched. Like anybody could have won any of those matches, and I think the situation now is people know this. People know this. Max knows this. Miles knows this, and I think they got a chip on their shoulder to try to get back into title contention. Because that is a beautiful championship held by Second.
Oh yeah, that thing's gorgeous.
Everybody wants that championship. It is absolute. I mean, that's a cold hard fact. We've had wrestlers all over the area. What do we got over here?
Son of a...
You're not going to keep me out of here.
Sir, no.
Jesus.
You're not going to keep me out of here.
No, you need to go.
I want to get the Ratick.
Sir, you need to go.
Ratick, I
Sir.
want you.
Yeah, guys, get him out of here.
Get him out
of
here.
Get him out of here.
I want you.
All right, come on. You're coming, big
If
man.
you're not going to talk to me,
Jesus.
if you're not
Really?
going to talk to me now, you'll talk to me in the ring.
Sir, we need to go.
Yeah,
Get him out.
Wow.
July 17th.
July.
I want your ass in the ring.
Okay. All right. Just get it. Come on, get him out of here.
Jesus.
Security, seriously.
Seriously, go
We're
on.
trying to
Get
do a
him out.
broadcast.
If you're not going to let me talk to you now,
Oh my
I'll
God.
see you July 17th.
Come on.
I'll see you July
We're
17th.
throwing things now? Wow.
Fucking pirates, man.
Never a dull moment in the world of wrestling. We've got a
For
pirate.
the love of God, change the locks in this building.
So, LAJ's got to change the locks in this building.
Oh my God.
Wow. Like this, it's literally every week since this show we've had somebody barge or try to barge in here, try to pull rank. You know what? Let him show up. I'll let him talk. Should I let him talk?
Yeah, why not? I mean, what can he do?
Yeah.
I mean, throw a hat at you.
Well, yeah. Apparently, I mean that's already been done, and I'll have a little conversation about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a little talk with that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little conversation about that.
Well, you got called out.
Yeah, it wasn't you. It's just me. Like everybody hates me.
Hey man, I'm staying true neutral here, man.
Apparently, I'm the most hated man in area wrestling.
I mean,
right
that
now,
hat
so.
hit me though. So like,
And yes, Brian Carball. Yes, that was Long John Silver. They forgot my hush puppies. Brought me fries instead. It's terrible. Terrible day.
It'll be all right.
I love hush puppies.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, I know.
It's fried dough.
I'm not ringing the bell because they didn't do well. So, but oh man. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. We've got Miles and Max on this next show.
Yeah,
people who haven't barged in the studio and
doors
tried
locked
to
now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, Max and Miles have not tried to barge in the studio, so I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, two great talents going at it with championship aspirations in mind. We've heard from Max later this week, or late this past week, in regards of what he's looking for. He's looking for a grand championship opportunity. So I'm assuming if he gets this win, the next stop is Sickened. I can only assume.
That's what he's gonna want. Yeah.
That's what he's gonna want. Well, we're gonna have to see. I mean, we still got to get. Ben Bishop's still the number one contender.
Yeah, I mean Victor Benjamin's got to be number 2.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's going to be hard.
It's going to be an interesting few months at Voltage.
It is,
and I am really looking forward to where it goes.
Yeah, I know. I like. Here's the thing. Like I've heard from Ben this past week, and I know he's looking. He wants to earn his opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that was a tough loss in that last event, so he wants to earn his opportunity. He's looking to get a win under his belt to get back to that championship match. Where we're going to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I mean the big elephant in the room that we've been talking about. We've had the weight of the world Corey Bush come in here several times. Kind of throwing his weight around, and really like. Here's the thing. I get that main event at the last show, and I'm speaking as a promoter here. I get that main event at the last show, losing to people who hit they threw everything at them.
Yeah,
I get it. However, barging in and calling somebody out and disrespecting somebody on the air, who went through the same thing you went through.
Yeah.
Literally fought his way from the opening contest to the main event and then won. Yeah, maybe. So maybe he did get a lucky win. I don't know.
He did everything Corey had to do.
Yeah, the guy's held heavyweight. Sickened has held heavyweight championships before.
Yep.
And he has more than earned his reputation as a top contender for a championship. He won the belt. I'm happy for him. However, Corey Bush thinks that he is entitled to that championship, and I'm going to let you know this right now. I'm going to sign this match.
Yeah.
So at the next Voltage event, July 17th, Bad Habits Bar and Grill in Martinsburg, West Virginia, it is going to be the weight of the world, Corey Bush versus going one-on-one with Sickened for the championship. Both men want this match to happen. They've asked for it several times over the course of the last few weeks. We're signing it officially as of today. That's the matchup. And we're going to move forward with it.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Nick earlier this week, and he didn't think Corey deserved it, but he'll, come all challengers.
Well, yeah,
there.
when you got a guy coming on the air every week and basically calling you out and basically saying that you didn't deserve to be, you didn't deserve the championship, much less to be in the main event. Like I can understand. Mm-hmm. You're not going to let somebody call you out like that. No. And especially the people that Sickened has beaten. I mean, he's beaten men just as big as Corey. Prodigy PTV, he had a victory over him, years back. Kindred, he's beaten him in the ring.
Yep.
I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There are so many people that this man has put down. Like it's basically he's made his career off of wrestling guys twice or three times his size and literally running through them.
Yeah.
That is one of the toughest men I have ever met in professional wrestling, and I'm sure once we get to July 17th at Bad Habits, that man's going to unleash the fury.
Yeah.
Like they don't say he comes from Riot City for nothing. There's a reason it's Riot City's most wanted. These kids will they'll fight you to the death.
Yeah, and he's the kingpin.
Yeah.
No, so.
I mean, it's just it's the way it is. We had Jacob Edwin. Jacob Edwin's still looking for a tag team partner.
Yep.
And we got to hear from Eric Ecton. We had to hear from Eric Ecton earlier this week, and I'm going to be airing the comments on the page over the weekend on the Voltage Wrestling Facebook page. But Eric Ecton was not happy about
how that all went down.
Yeah, not happy at all. And I mean, you can't blame him. I would not be happy either.
I wouldn't be happy taking a gore from Rhino.
No, especially when your partner walks out.
Yeah.
It was like him and Jordan Evans basically just got the brunt of it.
Oof.
And it's just, I mean, I wouldn't be happy at all. And I'd probably want to have a word or two with Jacob Edwin.
Props to Eric because I wouldn't be getting up.
Yeah, no.
So.
No, but what's going to happen there? I mean, Eric Ecton's going to confront Jacob Edwin about this. And I know he's not in a good mood.
Yeah.
I know he's not in a good mood. I've seen it and heard it all week long. It's just, speaking of that, we've got Ben Bishop. He's going to be in action. I wonder, we're going to have his match announcement coming up here soon, but I really, he's looking to make a statement to get back in the title contention. Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens there.
Yeah, God help whoever's in his path.
Yeah, and we've also got Blackout coming in. Yeah.
That's exciting.
That is, guys, if you haven't seen Blackout in person, you need to come out and see this. Ruck is probably one of the best unsigned athletes out there right now.
Yep.
Robbie Illuminati, never at a loss for words. Built like a damn Adonis. This is a tag team that you must see. Former CZW World Tag Team Champions. We're making this match happen.
Yeah.
We're making it happen.
This card is stacked, man.
This card is absolutely stacked.
July 17th.
So
cannot come quickly enough.
Yes. Sickened and Corey Bush for the championship. Brandon Scott and Little Guido.
Mm-hmm. Mad Max and Miles.
We've got the stuff with Jacob Edwin still happening.
Blackout's going to be in action.
From top to bottom. This is a great card of professional wrestling.
You are not going to, I mean, if you missed the first show, you're not going to want to miss the sequel.
No, you are definitely not going to want to miss the sequel. So
tickets on sale now, voltagewrestling.com.
Yes, voltagewrestling.com is where you can get your tickets. And this weekend, we also, for 4th of July, just because we're nice guys, if you buy your ticket this weekend, and from here on out until the show happens, if you buy your ticket, you can get 25% off a T-shirt with your order. You will have your T-shirt in hand as soon as you walk in the door at Voltage Wrestling on July 17th.
Pretty damn good deal.
Pretty good deal. You got to get in on this deal.
Yeah.
Got to get in on it. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that does it for us.
Yeah, that might cover that. I want to get out of here before,
Yeah, I want to get out of here before somebody else busts in the door. Yeah.
I'm going to go home and lock my own door. Jeez.
Man, wait till I see this guy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really going to think up something special for this.
Well, I'll walk to the parking lot with you because
Oh yeah, I know. You never know. He might run me. He might run me over with his boat.
or ship.
Yeah. Might get a conch shell thrown at me again. This guy accosted me with a conch shell on the air. Like this is like a couple months back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the one where I did the interview with Red Titus.
Yeah.
The satellite interview. Yeah, he hit me with a freaking conch shell.
This is like some long-term harassment, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like we're gonna nip this in the butt right now.
Did you piss in his Captain Crunch or something?
He hasn't left the building yet.
He hasn't left. Oh, so he's still in the building? Are you serious?
Yeah, you guys want to cut this and go deal with it?
Yeah,
He hasn't left yet.
oh my god, man, we're like this is.
So I think I just hide in the back of the studio.
I can already see the Herald Mail tomorrow. Man gets accosted by a pirate in the parking lot of the Mulberry Lofts. More at 11. Like this.
I hope it's just accosted.
Yeah, accosted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Jeez, oh boy.
All right.
Guess we'll go deal with that.
Yeah, let's for all of us here at the podcast pit, I'm going to go deal with a pirate now. And we will see you next week. Same podcast time, same podcast channel.
This is the podcast pit, brought to you by Ven Media.